I didn't know on my 2026 bingo card that I'd be one of the people that wear the red glasses, converting things into red light that's good for your body to help with my headaches. Someone that has been buying steak and just eating that for breakfast. Like, that's it. That's your meal. With some big crunchy salt and olive oil. But I really like it. I really like it.
And salt and gypsum.
I put some sunscreen on my legs and we're listening to our
this
biology lecture.
Younger.
Good morning, vlog. It is Friday. It is just me and Bun here. Just me and Bun. My dad already went to work. My mom and my aunt stayed. They went to the river yesterday, so they ended up staying there. So we're watching my favorite, Tucker Carlson. And I already made matcha right here. Here he is. And we're gonna make some breakfast. So I'm just gonna make some scrambled eggs, avocado from yesterday, and then cut up some little tomatoes. I wanted to show you, this isn't where they're from, but a patient brought us these eggs the other day from her little, I don't want to say farm, but her farm. And look, it has a feather on it. I've been eating these. I had a dozen and I only have these 2 left. So that's what we're gonna make today. I was already getting a headache, so I have my glasses on. I try and put them on right when I get up so then it doesn't develop a headache. Because I get headaches every day. So I'm gonna make some breakfast. Maybe have to take medicine. I hope not. And then we'll have to get ready to go to work a little bit later. But right now we're just relaxing, huh, baby? I'm kind of bummed because my mom buys these topper things for Howie's food. And so we had like the topper that had like, it's almost like wet dog food in it. Yucky. He loves that. But I showed him the package for that one and then the one that's kind of like, just like a gravy type thing you put on top. And he seemed more interested in the gravy packet, so I put that on the food, and now he's not eating it. And it's gonna be all soggy. So, I hope he eats it, but we'll see. Anyway, gonna make breakfast, and I'm so happy that it's Friday. Tomorrow is my mom and my aunt's birthday, so we're gonna go out to lunch. And I got my mom a surprise. I have been buying her birthday gifts, but then I get too excited and I just give them to her. I'm surprised I didn't do that to my aunt. Like, I have multiple gifts for her and I put them all in a box, wrapped it, and I'm surprised I haven't been like, here, open it. But I haven't. So I did really good for that one. But I just get so excited about any gifts I give people and I want to give it to them. So that's what I've been doing for my mom. But I did get her, well, we haven't done it yet because we keep forgetting at work, but I'm trying to get her a gift certificate to get a facial at work. And then I'm going to write her a birthday card and then put it in there. I was going to write the birthday card last night since they weren't going to be coming home and I would have had time by myself, but I forgot because I was not feeling very good last night. My goal was even to take my test last night and I was like, I did not feel good and I was all loopy and my head was hurting. I had already taken 2 big ibuprofen during the day, a migraine pill, my preventative migraine pill, all of it. So I just went to bed. So we're gonna probably write it today when we get home. And then hopefully when I get home today, I feel good enough to take my test. So then all my homework's done for the weekend. Get those eggies, farm fresh eggies. Your foot's in your bowl, weenie.
Evangelical institutions, which have done good things, by the way. If you're for the family and you're pro-life, you're grateful for what they've done. For their personal decency of the people in the pews, I'm really decent people. But the leaders of American evangelical Christianity, not all, but some, will have no legitimacy at all when this is over. Where were you when a country that you pledged fealty to was murdering Christians, your brothers in Christ in the Middle East? Where were you when people were starving, when kids were starving in Gaza? And the Gaza aid program was run by some kind of crypto-Christian preacher. Like, someone's have to answer for that. These people will have to answer for that.
Yep.
That's great to hear. Some people think they put other stuff with it. Just not
You're gonna recognize me, and then I'm gonna get swamped with autographs.
Then will you tape it off so that I don't
I'm
get
gonna do
white on
another
there?
one of
And
these for my
I'll-
bathroom. And then this pot. Here's my light switch cover. And then this is my pot. Good evening, vlog. I look extra pale and shiny because I have this zinc, like super thick paste I put on my face, and it helps with the dryness, it being irritated, helps with my acne. So I try and do it a couple of days a week, but I put it on real thick, like a barrier. But I had showed like little clips of us going to the little craft fair, but I didn't show what we got. I got this new bracelet. Look how pretty it is. It's some type of Japanese glass tile, and it's so pretty, and it's stretchy, and it's so comfortable. Like, I couldn't even feel it on. And she says that people that buy them from her, like, wear them in the bath, the shower, going swimming. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna leave mine on. And it's so pretty. I love it. And then we got this one, well, there was a bunch of booths there that make sourdough stuff, so I knew that was like a popular thing, but not that popular. I want to try and make it now, because I have 4 things under my belt that I can make. Puppy chow, gumbo, as you've seen, hummus. I can make homemade, I was gonna say homeless hummus, homemade hummus, and then, shoot, what's the last thing? Oh, chicken salad. That's my 4. And wouldn't it be cool to add homemade bread in there? I don't know. Anyway, so my aunt and my uncle and my mom, my aunt and my uncle got a loaf, and then my mom got a loaf. They got them from 2 different places, but they both got croissant sourdough. And so when we were talking to the people, they said they put like a ton of butter in the dough to make it, and you fold it a different way than what you normally do for sourdough. So we tried my aunt and my uncle's, and it was really good. And then I think that was all my mom got. I think so. And then I got a bracelet, my aunt got a bracelet, and then my uncle got cookies, snickerdoodle cookies that looked really good. I love snickerdoodle cookies. Anything like cinnamon sugar, peanut butter, chocolate, those 2 food pairings are my favorite. What else did they get? Oh, they got like some types of salsa. I think they got a jelly or jam or something. Oh, banana bread. And then they had like lots of little things there. This one lady was selling these really cool wind chimes. I should have taken a picture of like her banner in the back, because it had like her name on it, and I wonder if she has like an Instagram, but I don't know. But they were really cool looking wind chimes. My mom was like, oh, we should have went back and got one, because she was only selling them for $10, but they were really cool. But I just love this bracelet. Like, and I told the lady what I'm gonna be doing the rest of the day is looking at my wrist, and I did. For the rest of the day, I was like out in the sun too, like how it glistens. It's so pretty. But that was what I wanted to show. And then we also made more of those plaster pots, and I put my plant in there. I didn't show this on here, but my mom got me this. It's a Chinese money plant, and it's in its like little pot. It came in here with no extra dirt. I just plopped it in my pot I made. This is the one I made today. He's very crowded, but that's kind of what I wanted to do. I loved this shell. And the one that's over here. Where is it? This one. But that's my pot. And then I made another little switchblade cover for my bathroom. So now both of them have them. the colors don't look as good on the camera. Like, they look a lot prettier in real life, which is weird. Usually it's not that way. Usually it's very true to the colors, but very pretty. I really like how it turned out because my aunt got all these little tiny shells and I'm like, this is gonna be perfect for the little plate cover. Like this shell in real life, it's pink. So, I don't know. And no, I don't have my pink glasses on, distorting my colors. Good evening, vlog. I just got out of the bath. I say evening, it's like 2 in the afternoon. I just got out of the bath and I had changed the little band-aid on where I got my biopsy, and I realized I haven't talked about it on here, and I feel like it's important. So let me show you. I had a biopsy on this leg here, and it was on this really weird looking mole that I've had for a really long time, since I was little. My mom thinks it was growing, and it always looked really weird. And I used to work at a different dermatologist, and she had told me it's something called a dysplastic nevus, which can be graded mild, moderate, or severely dysplastic, which really just means atypical. And a dysplastic nevus is actually a pre-melanoma. But when you have a mild one, they don't do any treatment after they do a biopsy. They just like keep recommending you get skin checks and like checking all your moles. But if it's moderate or severe, they will treat it like skin cancer and like cut a margin around it and then stitch it all up, removing all that skin. So when I had a picture of it and I showed it to the nurse practitioner that I work with now, who's had 15 years experience. When the doctor I had worked for before, at the time, I think she only had less than a year when I had asked her about it. So I asked this nurse practitioner about it, and she told me, I would biopsy that. So we biopsied it on Friday, and today is Sunday. So usually it takes like about 2 weeks or so to get the biopsy results. So once I get those, I'll show them to you. And I can check in my little portal and stuff and see if I get them faster rather than how like a patient would, because if I was just a patient, I would have to wait for them to call me. But now I can ask them, hey, can you check and see if my biopsy results are back, since I work at the dermatologist. And I don't want to get anything cut out of my leg, but I'm glad that I was able to work somewhere where I can do it with people that I know, and if it is something bad, we can all take care of it together, and we're all kind of there, knowledgeable together, rather than going to a new doctor that I don't know, because we all know I go to the doctor kind of a lot. Not as much anymore, but I used to go a lot. So we're gonna see what my biopsy says, and I will share it with you. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen the pictures of it already. But I can show you what it looks like in a little picture before I got it cut off. This is the mole before, and he's always looked really weird like that. And this was after it was biopsied when I got home from work, so like a couple hours after it was biopsied.